Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nitro6003, and welcome to my channel. This is Zelda Classic, and I've decided to get into the world of Let's Plays here. So we're going to start off with the traditional first quest. So obviously in the first cave, we get ourselves the wooden sword. So here in this first part, we're going to be getting quite a few resources, setting ourselves up for success here, and of course, probably taking out at least, I would say probably level 3 and level 1 in this part. So obviously this is the original first quest, really no gimmicks to it. But there'll be quests that I'll be playing later that have a ton of differences from this original first quest that was built by Nintendo back in the 80s. And you're going to see the difference. And these are blue Tektites. They're really good for money drops and health drops as well. So you can use them for grinding purposes. And they just take one shot with your wooden sword, so nothing too challenging, really, at this point. And just in case he drops a 5, I don't want him to drop it down there because I can't reach it. So I'm trying to wait for him to come up a little bit, but I can kill him later when he's kind of more in a great spot for me. And here are levers. We'll be getting back to them in just a second. First, we have to get some bombs. And blue Octoroks, blue Moblins, blue Lionels are really good for bomb drops. And there are other quests where that will not necessarily be the case, so just be aware of that. But here in the first quest, obviously everything is as it was back in the 80s. And so far, no bomb drops and not a lot of money either. And because the blue Moblins take priority on this screen, you could kill off them first and hope for bomb drops there, but no such luck yet. Hopefully on this screen we'll be lucky enough to get a couple of bombs. We only need one stack here. There we go. Good, good, good. All right, we're all filled up. Fantastic. Because we need to get a lot of secrets here, and it's a good idea to get them now. So here on this screen, if you bomb right there, I mean, a lot of you should already know these secrets, but just in case, this is where you find your first heart container. Now, this version of Legend of Zelda has a lot of custom quests to it, and they're really quite fun to play. They really put a big spin on what this original Legend of Zelda had versus what they have now. And I'm not even talking about like you know, any of those the newer quests that are out there. And here are blue levers. And just be careful because they do 1 heart of damage at this point, so you really want to be careful when fighting them. And right now I need any rupees I can get because we have to save up about 250 of them for one of the bigger items, the blue ring. So now we have enough to get the white sword. And we'll get the 30 on this screen here. And by the way, Armoses don't drop anything, so they don't drop hearts or any of that. And right now, nobody seems to want to be dropping hearts. And to this screen here, you have... Oh, nice bomb hit. You have another 10 rupee secret. And just by getting these few secrets here, you should easily be able to get the blue candle, even if you haven't gotten a lot of money from the enemies, because that was a 10, here's a 30. And then here's another 30 on this screen here. This quest, you could save a ton of keys. You should not need to ever buy them. So it's just like the original. It's the original first quest. There's probably about 600 keys. Well, maybe I'm being a little facetious there, but anyways. All right, so we'll be able to get the letter here. And you can't get it this early in the second quest, so FYI there. If you have any custom quests that you'd like to see me try or play, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I'll be happy to try to get to it as fast as possible. Now, here on this screen we have a money-making game, which I probably will not take advantage of because it's really, without save states, and this game doesn't have save states, you can't manipulate the money-making game. There are other emulators that you could play the original Legend of Zelda where you can do save states and you can just keep going in there until you have max money. But you can't do that in Zelda Classic. There are no save states. So now we're going to make our way to get our first item of choice, the blue candle. And if I can get a little bit more money from these Tektites, that would be preferable. Now there's 3 100s in this quest. In the second quest, which we'll be doing probably right after this, there's only 1. So that shows just how much more difficult the second quest is from this original first one. And obviously you can only use the blue candle once per screen. And here we have the Lost Hills, which we'll be coming back to quite a bit later when we get the magical sword. And obviously we'll have the blue Lionel here. Not the friendliest of enemies. So you want to try to avoid those swords of his, because those do 2 hearts of damage at this point. And so get him out of the way so he does not respawn. So with 5 hearts, you can pick up the white sword. And with the white sword, we can move on here. Get rid of that Zora, get him out of my way. And now we can move on to get the magical shield. And the arrow. And the enemy bait. You don't really need enemy bait till later, but I might as well grab it. The blue ring, though, is more important than the enemy bait, because you don't need it till level 7. And on this screen, there is a potion shop for you. One of the many that are around this neck of the woods. So now I'm going to get my candle back out because I need it for this screen here. If you burn that bush right there, here's another 30 for you. Probably when I go towards level 2, I'll get the 100 in that location. I mean, there's really nothing too strenuous about level 1, so you should probably have no trouble with it at this point. And here are levers. They're great for heart drops, money, and stuff like that. So on this screen, whoops, I missed the bush. I'm also going to ask, please do not use any profanity in the comments. There might be kids watching this, so please keep the language clean. There's another 30 there. And on this screen, obviously, we have the heart container. So you could just see how loaded up we could get just from the couple of items that we are able to pick up here early. And now we can move on to the magical shield, one of your cheap locations for the magical shield. And below that is a 10 rupee secret. So really not much here, but you might as well grab it, I suppose, because it really helps you as far as cutting down some of the grinding time. And I am going to get that 100 unless I magically get a ton of rupees. And be aware, fire does hurt you in this quest. Get rid of that Zora there. You don't even need the arrow until level 6, so another purchase that you can wait on if you're running low on money. So the white sword certainly makes this easier to get to. And I definitely want to get that blue ring as fast as possible. Blue ring, probably the most important item you can get in this quest. It just makes the dungeons much easier for you. And we'll take care of level 3 on our way to getting more money. So obviously blue ring shop is up here. Arrow shop is that way. But again, don't want to get that just yet. Try to get a heart from one of these levers here. Because if I don't, and this is a fast Armos, which is possible. So obviously, most expensive item in the entire game is this blue ring. But it basically doubles your hearts. So instead of having 6, or I believe I have 7 now. I have double that. So you have 12 hearts instead of the normal 6. So now I need to go, now we'll take care of level 3. And there's a door repair charge on this screen. And since I have virtually no money, I'll show it to you. You can take my 2 rupees. It will not hurt me. So obviously this is where level 3 is. And it's a pretty simple level for an early game. You just have some traditional Zols here, nothing to really worry about. And they should also be good on money drops. You don't really want to come in here without the white sword, because then you can't kill them outright. And right now they're being kind of stingy on the money drops, but it doesn't really matter. And here you have your first level of Dark Nuts. If you bomb into the wall like this, you will get them each and every time. And I'll leave one there for now. We are going to do map completion in most of the levels. There are a couple I will not. The level 9 probably is one of them. And probably level 6 also. But we'll see. Maybe we can do map completion in level 6. So it's much harder, but if you can learn this downward sword trick also, you'll hit them also every time. Let's see if I can get 2 of them there. Oh, and a clock. Excellent. Free pass through this room. So we want to go up first, because there's a key here. And here's your first level with bubbles. I'm not exactly sure where I left that single rupee there, but now here's a good example of what not necessarily to do. See, it didn't hit any one of them. So that was basically a wasted bomb. But there's another place to get bombs here in this level, so I'm not too worried. And if you go through the levels normally, 1 through 8, you should have the white sword by now anyway, because you'd have the heart, even if you didn't get any heart containers, you'd have the heart containers after level 2. So essentially, there's no reason why you should not have the white sword going into this level. And it's so easy to get, you really should have it beforehand. Now, you don't have to, there's really nothing up this way, but just for completion's sake, I'm going to go up here. I mean, there is another key up here to give you back the key you just used. And here is the clue on did you get the sword from the old man on the waterfall. And we have to listen to that again on our way out. Unless you want to F6 and not have to deal with it, but it's just a couple of extra seconds of time, so nothing too terrible. And there's your key. And now we have to listen to this string one more time. Door closes behind you, and now we can finish exploration of this place. Grab the key. And remember what I said, there's more bombs in this level, so you don't have to, and you don't have to open up any of those keyholes. So here's the dark nut. So you want to bomb to the right. You don't need to kill these dark nuts either. We'll get to that room from above once we kill the boss of this place, which is, of course, Manhandla. So just bomb right there. Go through. And here you have Manhandla. Be careful. He does about half a heart of damage right now. And it's really a matter of luck if you get that one bomb hit. And he moves quite fast. There it goes. So now with that, we can go into here. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want. But again, I want to... There's some free money in here that I want. And since I'm not coming back to this level anytime soon, I think it's just better for me to get it now. And there is Triforce piece number 1, or in this case, number 3. Because it's the first Triforce piece I got, but it's level 3's Triforce. Alright, so let's continue on. Let's go towards the Lost Woods here, because there's another 30 underneath that. Plus, I want to get the power bracelet as fast as possible also. That is a very good item to have. It is not necessary to beat this quest the way it is designed to in the second quest. You really can't get very far without it. And here's another 30. And here you go into the Lost Woods, up, left, down, left. Now you don't have to get the power bracelet, but since I'm right over here anyway, I might as well. Make everything a little shorter for later. And I can ignore the Lionels for now. And once you get the magical sword, which is in its obviously normal spot, it really makes things a lot easier. But you don't get it till after level 4. So here you have Lionels of all shapes and sizes. And you still see they take a ton of... They're glutton for punishment. So let's go up here. And the orange ones only take 2 shots. I'm going to leave them there for now. For the power bracelet. And we'll be able to take out level 1 also. And there's another potion shop here, in case you need it. So you want to take the middle passage if you want to go to level 1. And I have enough money just about to buy the enemy bait, but I'm saving up to buy the arrow, since I'll probably need that first. And there's another potion shop on that screen too. Some of these screens are much more useful in the second quest and not useful here. As a kid, it took me so long to beat the second quest. I remember taking probably 6 months to a year because I couldn't figure out how to get into level 4. Now, this trick still works. If you go in and out of level 1, the door opens, and you can already see I have 3 keys to my name right now. So, and these guys should be pretty easy for you at this point. Grab the key. And then we'll go to the right and kill the gingerbread man. Grab the key. We already have 5 keys. So we're doing pretty well on keys if I do say so myself. Kill all the Stalfos. Now in this room you might want to leave 1 around because we'll be back in this room later. And again, this is another door you don't have to open. You could have 6 back to the start. It's probably a little faster than killing these guys, or you could just use the key, but you don't need to. So I'll leave 1 enemy on this screen for right now. You should not come into this level without bombs, because obviously then you'd have to use the keys. So another key there, and another key in here. And we'll definitely be able to buy the arrow after this part, which is good. We don't need any large amount of rupees until we get to level 5 and level 7, where you need 100 for each, because that's where the bomb upgrades are. And obviously we will be getting them. So there's the bow. Useless without the arrow, but you need it to beat the game, so. Now we'll just backtrack through the couple of rooms here. And you could kill those Stalfoses if you want. Entirely up to you. And then here's some more gels. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. And now we can make our way to the other Gorion room. Now, is it technically faster to just go straight across? Yeah, than going through these 2 rooms, but you have to go here anyway if you want the compass. So, again, you don't have to come this way. If you're not planning on getting the compass, which is not really necessary to beat the dungeon, then you don't have to go this way. But you do then have to use at least 1 of your keys. And there's the wooden boomerang. Now here in this room we have wall masters. If they catch you, they bring you back to the beginning of the level. And we'll have 6 keys leaving this level. And here's Aquamentus. Down he goes. Get the heart container. Grab the Triforce piece. And we are done. Alright, so join me next time as we take out level 2, 4, get the magical sword, and see what else we can do from there. I am Nitro603. I'll see you guys all next time.